on the verge of signing a contract extension with Nebraska. So again, apparently that's in the works. There's an announcement to be made coming up later on today, according to several reports that are out there. So a little surprised. I personally think that Penn State's a better job than Nebraska, so I'm a little surprised that this would be the direction they would head. But that is an interesting twist to the old coaching carousel there in the world of college football.
I don't think anybody should be surprised. I feel like if you have a coach that you believe can get you to where you're trying to go, I think this is just par for the course. In this day and age, if you want your guy, you got to lock him up. So now not only are schools that are looking for that next coach that can possibly potentially take them to that next level, you got to be creative in how you're doing it, because the ones that are established, the schools that they're at, they're now having the pressure of not losing that coach to the transfer portal. You gotta finance keeping them out of the portal. So, that's I think that's just going to be what you have to see. If they want you, they go and pay you and give you an extension. If they don't, then they're going to leave you out there to be poached by another school that could possibly give you a check bigger than the one you're already getting.
So you're talking about retention, basically, which you already we've seen you have to do for your players. The question becomes, where does that stop for coaches? Like, what jobs are you not leaving college football for? Or is it only like if it's the pros, then you're losing that game, right? I mean, is that fair to say?
I'm not so sure. You just got to understand what motivates them. If it's money, then it's the money.
What's a better job, Florida or the Jaguars?
The Jaguars. It's
Really?
It's a pro gig. Like, it's a higher level. It's a higher level. But the better question is if Florida is going to pay you more money and give you a guaranteed contract for 10 years, and you go to the Jaguars and they're giving you less money, which one is the better job? To me, that's the better question.
Answer.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna take that scratch, that Skrilla, that cream,
that
cash rules everything around me. A5 Wagyu.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
At Napa, we've spent the last 100 years building our business into an engine that powers yours. Whether you're big or small, national or local, Napa has the automotive solutions your business needs to stay moving. And it's all driven by a nationwide network of quality parts and exceptional service on one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead. That's why we are the pros that know.
Napa know-how.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Accident reported downtown on I-35 northbound at MLK Junior Boulevard. It's got about a 20-minute backup behind it. It has you all tied up starting from Old Torf Street. Looking onto 130 northbound for reports of an accident at Tesla Road, as well as ongoing cleanup for a crash on Airport Boulevard at Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends November 1st. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
Make money predicting football? Now you can. In Texas with Kalshi. Kalshi is the only platform that lets you legally trade on real-world events in all 50 states. From football to Bitcoin, the Oscars, and even politics, if it matters, you can trade on it. Trade on who wins each game, player yards, victory margin, and more. Now in Texas, don't miss your shot. Download the Kalshi app or go to KALSHI.com. Use code RADIO and get $10 when you trade 100. Disclaimer, this is an investment that carries risk. Kalshi.com.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Whatever your vision for holiday decorating, the Home Depot has what you need to bring it to life. Like our warm white holiday lights with steady lit technology, so your lights stay glowing even if one bulb fails. Whether you're going for a soft, warm glow or a colorful display of holiday cheer, choose from our wide variety of holiday lights starting at $5 in-store only. Find everything you need to get your holidays started with the Home Depot.
Make your tailgate a winner with Kolache Factory football party trays. Load up on fan favorites like potato, egg, and cheese, bacon and cheese, ham and cheese, smoked beef sausage, barbecue beef, pizza, and even sweet trays with muffins, cinnamon rolls, and more. Whatever your playbook calls for, we've got the perfect lineup to feed your crowd. And don't miss our October flavor of the month, the pumpkin cream muffin. Sweet, cozy, and perfect for game day. Order online or through the Kolache Factory app and score big at your next tailgate. Kolache Factory, a history of good taste.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, max out your savings. The more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on any smart bed with base. Limited time. Check it out at a Sleep Number store near you or at sleepnumber.com today.
Get the Apple Leasing Advantage today. Visit appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
Tweens have mastered the art of tuning out. Jen, there's a spider in the car. We're turning your room into a home gym. See? Nothing. But some messages need to get through, like making sure they're buckled up the whole ride, every time. Do whatever it takes to make your child listen. Jen, I friended your boyfriend.
Wait, what?
Buckle up, sweetie.
Never give up until they buckle up. Learn more at safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, El Paso, San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas, or wherever you may be listening. This is a Prediction Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300. The Zone. Coach Sark met with the SEC media, and he talked about the 16. Hey, the Toronto Blue Jays, well, come out swinging, and now they are ahead and going home. We have our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247, joining us at 7:34. And Thursday Night Football sees the return of the MVP. And we have Athletic Director CDC joining us at 8:17. You do not want to miss that. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge, and my co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And of course, we got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you have to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion, all you got to do is get over to that new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. Tap that red microphone and leave us a message. If it's good enough, it might even get played on air. Well, we're getting closer and closer to Saturday, which means Texas finally gets to play a home game after 42 days away. And I know that the anticipation is going through the roof because think about it. You've been watching this team from afar. A lot of people have been traveling. That's fair. But a lot of us have been working here in town and having to watch the games on TV and being nervous, going crazy about what's going on. And this team went 3-1 on the road, and now they finally get a chance to be back at home at DKR. But Coach Sark continues to have his media availabilities. He has his final media availability today, so we'll get a chance to talk to Coach Sark again today. But he met yesterday with the SEC media along with Clark Lee. They both got a chance to talk to us. But here is what Coach Sark had to say to start it off.
Yeah, it's great to be back at home at DKR. Been over a month since our last home game, and the challenges of playing on the road in the SEC are obviously daunting. And to come out of that 4-game stretch 3-1 with some tight victories the last couple of weeks, both overtime games, I think speaks to the resiliency and the mental toughness that our team has. But without question, it's great to be back home against a really good Vanderbilt team. I think Clark's done a great job. They're playing very efficient offensive football. They're playing really sound defense and keeping people out of the end zone, and they're playing well on team. So they're playing very really good complementary football. We're going to need to play well in all three phases to try to come out on top.
Wow. And that's true. You have to play complementary football in the SEC, and we see it week in and week out.
I love the fact that he's as transparent as he is. And he just let you know we did go 3-1 away from home in hostile environments in the SEC. How many teams can say that? And there's really only 4.
Right.
I mean, 4 teams is a lot to be in one conference and to be that good. And Texas is right there. They're the youngest of all of those 4 teams.
What do you mean age-wise or
like starters? Like how many veteran starters they have?
Gotcha.
So like we're the ones that put up. Well, it's not you and I, but when I say we, I mean the collective Longhorn universe. We put all the pressure on a young offensive line, a quarterback that only had 2 starts
coming into the season,
and a team that every year you field a new team. And you have a freshman playing in the secondary that played high school football last year. Yep. You have a couple of guys that you expected them to be better than they were this year. But look at the 2 additions to the offense that came in. Injuries at tight end. This is first year in the program.
Yep.
And the same thing with Mosley, first year in the program, missed a lot of ball. So it's like these are guys that still haven't had opportunity to gel. And we saw it happen in the fourth quarter and in the overtime last week. I'm waiting to see if it's going to carry on. And I love that Coach Sark is pushing all that in your face. Let me paint this beautiful picture so you can understand the adversity that we faced, and we won.
Yep.
It's not style points. We didn't win by 20. We didn't cover the spread, but we won.
Right.
I'm with it.
Yeah. And some news came out yesterday that a lot of folks wasn't expecting, and the 16s got an opportunity to be on the field yesterday.
They both practiced here today. Arch is obviously still in protocol, their steps as it pertains to protocol, but Michael's practiced the last 2 days.
Michael Taft and Arch Manning both got a chance to be on the field. A lot of folks were targeting the Georgia game for one Michael Taft, and obviously dealing with the concussion and the protocol. There's some steps to those to make sure that you're able to play. And the final decision can possibly be made today if he goes through the practice again today.
Yeah, it's a 6-step process for the concussion protocol. and I've been in it before, so I understand the baseline testing. It's not fun because you go in and you do this hour thing on the computer. It gives you questions as well as pictures and shapes and order. He's gonna have to pass it before they allow him to play, and you can't cheat. There's no cliff notes. There's no website you can go to and get the answers. It's just the way your brain operates.
So basically, here it is to return to sports. Return to sport management plan is specified. The final determination of unrestricted return to sport is done by the team physician or someone that is medically qualified physician designee, like a nurse practitioner as well. So step 1, symptom limited activities of daily living. Then step 2, anaerobic exercise and light resistance training. 2A, the light, you got to make sure that it's real light. And so it's 55% of your maximum heart rate, up to 2, moderate, 70% of your heart rate. Step 3, individual sport specifies exercise, where you can go out and run around and do some things without having to have that exposure. Step 4 is where everything starts to really start to open up some things. Non-contact practice, progressive resistive training. Step 5, unrestricted practice and training. And then the step 6 is unrestricted return to sport. So we'll find out a little bit more of where Arch is where that pertains to him and his ability to get back on the field. So he's staying in the protocol as of right now, and that's why Coach Sark made it a point to say that. As for Michael Taft, you start to look at what he is. He's a hitter, and he may be out there playing with a club on his hand because that's how that guy wants to roll. And again, he's broken this before, so he's had an opportunity to understand what he's capable of doing because he did it last year, as a matter of fact. And that's why during the offseason, you got a chance to see him go through the surgery as well. Also wanted to make sure that we talked about this too, because this is a different Vandy team than what we saw last year. This is a team that has got more experience now. They've grown up, and you talked about Texas being young on the offensive line and on the offensive side of the ball. Well, these guys are experienced, and Coach Sark talked about how different Vandy was this year from last year.
Well, I think schematically, definitely similar. They, who they are offensively, the style of offense, the multiple looks that they can give you, from formations to sets, to the traditional run game, to the quarterback driven run game, to the option run game, to the utilizing the tight ends in the pass game, the screen game. There's a lot that goes into it, to the way they play. And so you got to be very disciplined in that approach. I think defensively, at their core, obviously what Clark has done in his background in defense and what they've built on is at its core hasn't changed, but definitely they've evolved defensively, and they've got some really good players on that side of the ball that they brought into the program. And so schematically, and again on teams, and so schematically, it hasn't changed a whole lot. But like all of us, we always, we kind of evolve and grow from one year to the next. But very sound team, really good schemes. They tax you, they challenge you in all three phases. You've got to be on your toes in this game.
Got to be locked in, got to be ready to go, and got to be hitting on all cylinders, because this is a team that has goals as well, and that quarterback is definitely coming in here to make a statement, as is that Texas defense, because they know what it's all about. We're just getting started on a Prediction Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff. 7:34, we'll have our guy Eric Henry of Horns 247. 8:17, we'll have Texas Athletic Director Chris Del Conte will be joining us to talk all things Longhorns. But coming up next, we'll hear from Clark Lee, the head coach of Vanderbilt, talking about what he sees from this Texas football team. Right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football. We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football. The Longhorn Radio Network from Learfield.
This Saturday, the Longhorns return home to take on Vanderbilt. Our coverage begins at 10 a.m.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
There's about a 20-minute delay being caused by a crash on I-35 northbound downtown at MLK Junior Boulevard. First responders are on the scene. They've got the right lane blocked off, but delays start from Old Torf Street. And looking onto the 130 toll road going northbound, there's a wreck before FM 973, causing a 5-minute backup from Harold Green. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. In Starkville on Saturday night, the Texas Longhorns pulled off a thriller, storming back from down 17 to beat Mississippi State 45-38 in overtime. Arch Manning was outstanding, throwing for 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rushing score before leaving in overtime with an apparent injury. Ryan Wingo led the way with 184 yards receiving, sparking 2 late scoring drives. Down 38-21 in the fourth, Texas found life. Ryan Niblett's 79-yard punt return for a touchdown tied it with under 2 minutes left. In overtime, backup Matthew Caldwell stepped in cold and delivered a 10-yard fade to Emmett Mosley V for the win. The defense sealed it with a strip sack on 4th down, capping a comeback for the ages. Texas improves to 6-2 and keeping their SEC title hopes alive as they come back to DKR for the first time in 42 days for an 11 a.m. start against Vandy. This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Crafted with our signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
Austin FC fans, it's playoff time. The Verde and Black are back at Q2 Stadium on Sunday, November 2nd at 7:30 p.m. for Game 2 in the Round 1 best-of-3 series against LAFC. The Verde lights are bright and our heart beats louder. Be there when Austin turns it all the way up. Get there early for pre-match festivities in Live Oak Park, featuring live music, drink specials, and more. Don't miss the biggest party in town. Go to SeatGeek.com and grab your tickets now.
How hot can you handle? At Tumble 22, we take our chicken seriously. From golden crispy to burn your boots off spicy. Yeah, we said it. With 6 heat levels to choose from, there's a flavor for every spice fan, even if you like it painless. Cool down with a nice cold sweet tea, then finish strong with our legendary buttermilk pie. Sweet, spicy, and everything nice. Made fresh, never frozen, and served with serious Southern hospitality. Tumble 22, where spice lovers come to play.
We started Henyon and Walsh for people like you. People with integrity, honesty, and loyalty. The result? We care about you and your investment success. We're dedicated to your financial goals, so we'll always give you our best efforts because you've earned it. We're Henyon and Walsh and committed to you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Henyon and Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Henyon and Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em horns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. 1 hour from now, 8:17, we'll have Texas Athletic Director Chris Del Conte will be joining us to talk all things Texas Longhorns as we talk about Texas being on the road for 42 days. Not only is it taxing and tough on the players, it's also tough on the administration because no activities are happening during football season for a month. And so they're all excited to be back on the 40 acres this weekend. We, too, will be on the 40 acres right off of Bevo Boulevard over there at Hook'em Hangout starting at 8 a.m. We'll be doing our pregame show live starting at 8 a.m. Myself, Mark Henry, and, of course, our guy Cam Parker leading you up to network coverage with Craig Way, Roger Wallace, and Will Matthews as they kick off starting at 10, and then the kickoff will be at 11 a.m. Excited to be back down there. It's going to be a little bit cold, but it is what it is. Football weather, as those folks like to say, and I always tell you, no, it's not. I don't believe
Put
in
on
that.
your electric socks.
Yeah, big. Stay warm. Find a way to stay warm.
Pull your Uggs out.
No doubt, because this is not only is it the first home game, it's a big matchup when you look at what Vanderbilt has been able to do this season, the last couple seasons. Actually, they continue to get better and better, and they believe, and that's the biggest thing. As we've been saying all week, this isn't our parents' Vanderbilt. This isn't a school where it's just all about the school. You know what I'm saying? This is now about some football and trying to make some noise in the SEC, and they're finding a way to get it done every single time.
Man, they have a competitive coach, very well seasoned, highly regarded. Everybody wants him. If he's not one of those coaches that gets fired. Yeah. He's one of those coaches that they say, hey, you have one more year left on your deal. We want to quadruple that.
Yeah.
And he's going to get it. Eventually. He'll leave that market and go to a bigger market. But you look at their team, Hardge, their offensive, just go on their offensive unit. They have 3 juniors on that team. Everybody else are graduate transfers. Grown-ups. Guys that are 25 years old, 24 years old. They comfortable with saying, you know what, man, I may get a chance in the pros, but very likely I won't. So this is where I'm going to go play because they value the grad transfer system. Bunch of guys that are on the same page, that a couple of them, most of them have played together.
Yep.
They've only added like a couple of guys. And the quarterback tight end combination, listen, our Anthony Hill and LaFau are going to have their hands full. As good as they are, this guy is going to be a draft pick.
Yep.
Top 2. He'll get drafted in the first and second round.
He's a former quarterback as well. He's talking about Eli Stowers. He's a former quarterback who went to Texas A&M to start off his career as a quarterback, but then found his way back onto the football field as a tight end. And now he's one of the elite tight ends across the country. But Coach Clark Lee, who is a former Vanderbilt Commodore himself, played football there in 2002 to 2004, he understands what this program is all about. But more importantly, he's talked a lot about what's going on with Arch Manning and, of course, Matthew Caldwell, because they both bring something different to the table.
Both really good players, both have arm talent and the ability to throw it. Obviously, I've seen a lot. I think both athletic. Arch has shown his ability to run the ball, to be a physical runner too. He's strong, big frame. I think imbalanced rush shows up as something that, meaning when the cage isn't quite right, Arch has shown the ability to make you pay for that. And so, again, I think, with Arch, you see the elite talent, all the recognition he gets for a reason, the arm strength, the decision making. With Caldwell, again, with the sample size we have, here's a guy who's played in his career, who has gotten into games this year. It certainly did a great job coming in against Mississippi State. Appears to be confident, appears to be comfortable, and is going to be dangerous all the same. So there are things that make them unique. Obviously, I think their skill sets are similar. We know a little more about Arch this season just because he's played more snaps, but both have the ability to be dangerous and a threat. And again, so much of this is also about the supporting cast out there too.
Coach Lee didn't want to tell too much. He was like, let me be quiet for a second. But they have to train and get ready for both quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Which is going to give them more work to do and less time to focus on one thing. So I think that's an advantage, Texas.
Well, and because of the fact that you have to put out an injury report, it gives you a better understanding of where these guys are as a unit. If Arch is out there practicing, he expects to see Arch. I mean,
you have to.
And to Coach Sarkisian's point, nothing changes because his scheme is his scheme. He said that about Vanderbilt's offense. There's some different guys that are there, but the scheme is the scheme. There's going to be some plays that are definitely going to need to be made, but you start to understand that this is a game with both of these quarterbacks, and I'm glad that people are starting to understand, because the hate against Arch was out of control at one point.
Yeah.
And people are starting to recognize that now, that because he is a talented quarterback and he has the cerebral mindset to be able to go out there and decipher what's going on, and he and Coach Sark being together, AJ Milwee is now up in the box and not on the sideline. They can see things that help Arch grow. And now Danny Cannell, who was a hater, has now said, hey, I see Arch turning this corner.
I think that game for Arch Manning could be a pivot point for his entire career. Like, where you look at him differently. It was similar. So the last game of my junior year was the choke at Doak when we were down 31-3. We came back, scored 28 points. I know the way I felt about myself, but I also know the way my coaches look at that. It was fireworks everywhere.
That's what it was like. This is such an amazing moment for Danny Cannell.
But I do think there are some games that you look at, and it's like the first time you did something special. Now, granted, I thought maybe that was going to be the Oklahoma game. Then he had the Kentucky setback. And does it mean he's going to be flawless from here on out? No. But I think it does go a long way to a lot of the critics, a lot of the naysayers, a lot of people that said he was overrated. I think even more so within his own locker room, his coaching staff, everybody. And if I'm Sark, maybe the same thing that we saw with Charlie Ward at Florida State when he struggled, I would do more no huddle. I would let him go out and just play, because I thought that's when things kind of opened up for him. They're playing a little bit more panic mode, going more pace. You just start playing football. I think that could be a huge pivot point for Arch Manning's career.
I like that.
I've been saying it. Put him at the point where you are letting him not think. Play fast. Get the ball out of his hand. Let him decipher where he wants to go and just be quick, because he's not there yet. He can get there. He's going to get there. I have no doubt about that.
He's not Peyton yet. He's not Omaha. Change everything.
Just be quick.
Just go fast.
Go fast, because that is where he is at his best, because the defense is on their heels, because he's controlling the pace of the game. And he feels way more comfortable. You can see it. His eyes light up, and he can make decisions quickly and be able to run and get it out and hit guys in stride and making them be more effective that way. And we're starting to see that a little bit more. And that's when, like he said, the game was at a point where it was like, okay, we got to go. And everything started happening. They put up 24 points in the fourth quarter. And play after play after play, and that's the exciting point.
Do you get in the locker room, or you get in the coach's room the day after the game, and then you go, guys, we found it. This is what we have to do.
Yeah,
that's who we are. Did you see how effective it was? Like, I hope they had that moment.
Well, I'm pretty sure now that Sark knows what looks good, because he was engaged. You talked about how dialed in he was on that sideline calling them plays, and so it is. I liked what I saw, and I'm sure it's going to happen again. But let's talk to our guy Eric Henry of Horns 247 and see what he thought and where his mind is when it comes to this ball game. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
The right lane is blocked off by a stalled vehicle on Mopac southbound at Spicewood Springs Road, causing delays to start from Loop 360. Looking onto I-35 northbound at MLK Junior Boulevard for a crash blocking off the right lane, causing a 25-minute backup that starts from Woodward Street. There's also a crash on 130 northbound before FM 973. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
Mark Henry here. If you want to start your day the sweet way, I have just the place for you. Shipley's Donuts in Dripping Springs. Since 1936, Shipley's has been a Texas tradition, and they've been putting out hot, fresh donuts and kolaches every morning. Swing by 13341 West Highway 290. Open at 5 a.m. daily. Classic glaze, savory kolaches, joy in every bite. You're on your way to school, work, practice, skip the line. Order ahead on the Shipley's app. Fresh, fast, delicious. That's Shipley's in Dripping Springs. Take it from me. They're the best.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Get ready, Texas. Silencer Shop is opening the all-new retail showroom in Liberty Hill. Explore interactive silencer displays, connect with knowledgeable staff, and join us for special events. Coming soon. Make your firearms better at Silencer Shop.
For over 80 years, Austin Telco Federal Credit Union has been putting our community first. With 24 locations across the greater Austin area, we're here to help with every stage of life. Buying a car or home, saving for family, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. Enjoy high deposit rates, low loan rates, and no monthly service fees. Plus, manage your money anytime with our powerful digital banking tools, including credit score monitoring and budgeting made easy. Open your account today online or in person. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA.
The Home Depot has everything you need to turn your home into a beacon of holiday cheer. So whether you're going all out or just adding a few holiday touches, we've got you covered with trees, yard decor, and more. Save time decorating with one of our easy-to-assemble pre-lit trees, or pick up a piece from our Yuletide Lane decor collection and fill your yard with holiday joy. Whatever your style, find everything to get your holidays started at the Home Depot.
Don't let your property tax bill surprise you. Set yourself up for massive savings next year with Ownwell. Their local tax experts work on your behalf to help you keep more of your hard-earned money. Make sure you're only paying what's fair with Ownwell. Sign up in under 3 minutes at ownwell.com/ownaustin. Ownwell's local tax experts specializing in property tax protests in counties like Travis and Williamson can protest your county tax assessment and determine your eligibility for exemptions. Plus, Ownwell will manage the end-to-end process of property tax reduction. Put property tax money back in your pocket in just minutes and only pay if you save. 86% of Ownwell's customers receive reductions, and last year more than 30,000 Austin homeowners switched to Ownwell. Ownwell is trusted by hundreds of thousands with over 90,000 Austin properties represented and glowing 5-star reviews. Stop overpaying and start saving with Ownwell. Sign up in 3 minutes at ownwell.com/ownaustin. That's OWNWELL.com/ownaustin.
The Spurs aim for their first 5-0 start in franchise history when they host the Heat tonight. Cowboys designated defensive tackle Perrion Winfrey to return from IR. Texas quarterback Arch Manning practiced but remains in concussion protocol. Trey Savage silenced the Dodgers, fan 12 over 7 innings of one-run ball. Blue Jays now just a win away from a World Series title. I'm Ronza Moss.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz. Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
I'm Richard Parks III. I'm Wes Avila. And we are on a quest to make the best baseball podcast of all time. Dodger Blue Dream.
Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone!
Imagine a world where the boys in blue go back-to-back in 2025.
That's the dream. Rings, baby. Listen to Dodger Blue Dream on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Dodger Blue Dream and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Coach Sark here. 1300 The Zone is your flagship home for the Texas Longhorns.
It's Thursday, and there's only one person we'd rather talk to on a Thursday, especially when it comes to Texas football, and that's our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247. You can follow him at Eric C. Henry _ on social. And let's get right into it, big dog. This is a big week for the Texas Longhorns. Yesterday, there was a bit of news that I'm sure a lot of folks were kind of shocked at, but except for those on the inside that knew that Arch Manning had been practicing, and one Michael Taft was also on the field. What were your thoughts when you heard the news?
Yeah, first off, good morning. Appreciate y'all having me on as always. I wasn't too surprised. I'll start with Michael Taft first. You want to talk about a guy, I don't have to tell anyone here in the city of Austin who bleeds burnt orange. You knew he was going to try and find his way back on the field for this one. He knows, Mark and Hardge, this is a big game for his team. This is a big stretch for his team, okay? You're facing Vandy, and I know it doesn't feel funny, right, to say Vandy, number 9 Vandy, right? But this is the real deal, guys. This is not a fluke. These are the real deal Vanderbilt Commodores. Michael Taft knows he needs to be back out there on the field. I think most notably, guys, you saw last week in Starkville, where I was in Starkville, luckily y'all didn't have to be out there, the pass defense, it's not that it was poor, right? Jeff Lebby, one of the better play callers, play schemers in the nation, but they took advantage of some gaps where Michael Taft wasn't. So that wasn't shock. As to Arch Manning, I wasn't surprised as well, because the concussion, I am no doctor, all right? Let me state, this is not professional advice I'm giving, here, but we've seen worse hits, more jarring hits, right? Arch Manning as he left the field in Starkville, it didn't seem like he was, out of it or anything like that. I want to tread lightly, because again, this isn't medical advice, but I'm saying it felt like a situation where, hey, he took a shot to the head. Let's see how it works Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then eventually be back out there on the practice field. But he has to clear a concussion protocol, right? And that's where people like me in the old day, Hardge and Mark, when y'all was playing, it was like, he looks all right. Let's get him out there. No, you got to pass protocol. Yeah, you got to pass protocol to get back out there on the field.
Yeah, I got my questions about Cole Hudson. Like, as much as Arch is a serious concern, and Michael Taft is the quarterback of that secondary, Cole Hudson is a real intricate piece that they almost need to have balance against this veteran team that Vanderbilt is putting out there. What is the status and what you've heard on Cole?
Yeah, Mark, right now he's listed as questionable. I do think he's going to be a game time decision. Mark, this is a game that's right up your alley, because I'm telling you right now, this one's going to be won in the trenches. Vanderbilt, the thing that makes them, and I got to give Clark Lee and company credit, the thing that makes them such a unique team is this is not 5-star talent. These are a bunch of guys from New Mexico State and other places across the G5 who got an opportunity at the SEC. They have an identity. Mark, they win games at the line of scrimmage, knowing how they want to play football with an identity. Offensive line, defensive line. So to your question as to Cole Hudson, this is not taking anything away from another Austin native and Connor Robertson. However, if you just paired these two, side by side, you have Texas's offensive line, which has been trying to gel all season, versus Vandy's defensive line, who know who they are and what they want to be and what they want to do. So yes, Cole Hudson's status will be crucial for Saturday. I think it'll be a game time decision.
That's big news right there as well. But you brought it up. You talking about that Vanderbilt team. This is a team that has as we've been saying, is not your parents' Vanderbilt. This is a team that is really tough, well coached, and they've got a chip on their shoulder that's big, and they understand what it's all about. But talk about what you've seen and heard about Diego Pavia, who didn't have his best game last week, coming into this week looking to right the ship, if you may, on that Vanderbilt team.
Diego's such a unique story. Again, guys, I covered Group of Fives for 5.5 years. I covered Diego Pavia's third career start at New Mexico State and made the trip out to Las Cruces. You saw the same guy he was there is the same guy he is now. This is not a guy who's has some massive ceiling and is going to become, a 4,000-yard passer. He's all guts, another word I can't use on air. He's all just sheer force of nature, right? I wasn't around in Austin for this, but I've heard people kind of look at Diego Pavia, who were around the Longhorn program at this time, and they compare him to Vince Young. Not saying that Diego Pavia is Vince Young as a quarterback, but that sheer force of nature that guys will follow, guys will believe, never think they're out of a game. That is Diego Pavia. You asked me in terms of his performance last week. It's one of those things we say bounce back. What are you comparing him against? I'm not picking on the question, Hardge. He's never going to be Peyton Manning and throw for 300 yards or Patrick Mahomes, right? It's the intangible things. Is he getting the 3rd and 2, right? The crucial 3rd and 2, not the 3rd and 2 in the first quarter, but when everyone in the stadium knows you need 2 yards in the fourth quarter, is he doing that? That's what he's able to do, and that's what Texas has to be able to defend against. Because guess what? You can knock this guy around for 2 quarters, 3 quarters. He's going to keep coming at you and attacking. That, in terms of your question, that never ceases with Diego Pavia.
No doubt.
As a defense coordinator, you welcome that because, excuse me, they're going to run about 20, 25 plays where he's not going to be a quarterback. He's going to be a running back. He's going to be that quarter of the position. You got to hit him. You got to put hands on him. And do you have you heard anything about them flowing to the ball, them really making a conscious effort to, when they do a running play or option play, hit him anyway?
No, absolutely, Mark. And you talk about that. I agree with you. This is a game, and I haven't made my prediction yet, so I'm more than happy to kind of, break it here with y'all. But I've been torn because I don't know if I were defensive coordinator Pete Kukowski, would I spy Diego Pavia? Like, would I just take Anthony Hill and say, spy him? No, the reason why I wouldn't is because he's not going to beat you. He's not a 4-4 runner, right? I think Colin Simmons, Brad Spence, Lance Jackson is questionable, but we'll see what his status is. Anthony Hill, Leonga Lafau, those are all athletes that playing within the scheme of the defense can get to the corner just as fast, if not faster than Diego Pavia, right? If he tries to scramble. But as I said, it makes for horrible football analysis, but it's just intangibles. It's just the guy won't stop, Mark. You hit him 25 times, I guarantee he'll go just as hard that 26th time. The thing is, can you contain him so that he's not breaking tackles, picking up extra yardage, falling forward? I think that's the key. But this is not a guy that you can just hit and punish into submission.
Well, this is what I was thinking. I said this is going to be the most disciplined game you have to play if you're a Texas Longhorn defender. You got to have gap integrity. You have to make sure that you are locked in doing the things that you're supposed to do. Do your job, so to speak. You can't try to be making superstar plays. You just have to do your job. And that's how I look at it coming into this game. My question for you, you said you haven't broke it yet, but go ahead and do it. What's your prediction when it comes to this ball game?
Even if Arch Manning does not start, I believe Matthew Caldwell, you can put a game plan around him for 1 week that it would put the offense in position to succeed. But I still think Texas's defense is going to have to lead the way. I am going Texas, and definitely less than a score. I see this as a pick'em. I see this as a 17-14, 2017 type game, but I am taking Texas.
Hey, look, I like that about you, dog. I like you. See, you always prepared. That's how my boy rolls. As always, E, thank you for taking the time.
You, man.
I know that you are busy man, and we look forward to this weekend as well. So hopefully we can get that 17-14 or 20-17 victory for the Longhorns.
Appreciate y'all as always. And it's after Vandy, it's on to Charlotte for men's basketball. Right. We got a busy few days here, fellas. Appreciate y'all.
Stay locked in, baby. Stay locked in. There he is, Eric Henry of Horns 247. Make sure you follow him on social media. Coming up next, the World Series is going back to Canada. That's right, Toronto. That's right, Blue Jays. What's up, Dodger fans? Hey, Craig Way. We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
You wrong.
Coach Sark here. Stay connected to the Longhorns on the free iHeartRadio app.
Breaks a tackle 30, turns down the sidelines. Say goodnight to this one. Touchdown, Texas.
Just search 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The right lane is blocked off by a stalled vehicle on Mopac southbound at Spicewood Springs Road, causing delays to start from Loop 360. Looking onto I-35 northbound at MLK Junior Boulevard for a crash blocking off the right lane, causing a 25-minute backup that starts from Woodward Street. There's also a crash on 130 northbound before FM 973. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
You know, Hardge, starting my day off the right way is a big deal, and that includes taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beat Heart Chews by Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You probably seen their logo on the field. I know, yeah, Human with 2 N's. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure, nearly 2 times more effective than diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great, they're easy to take, they become part of my daily routine. Super Beat Heart Chews also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now, and it even comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/mark and check it out. That's human.com/mark, spell human with 2 N's, and enter the promo code MARK and check out and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews.
Out here, we love a great deal, like the ones you'll find right now at Tractor Supply's early Black Friday sale. Save on great gifts for the whole family, even your pets. You'll beat the crowds, but you won't beat the prices. So come on out for the early Black Friday sale, now through November 2nd. Get the season's best deals on gifts you won't find anywhere else at Tractor Supply, where you'll find everything for your holidays out here.
The guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, president of Leaf Filter, gets a lot of interesting calls to his office when folks are ready to tackle their gutters.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/trust to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/trust for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/trust for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/trust. See representative for warranty details.
Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get $500,000 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at Henna.com.
Henna Chevrolet, we'll always stand by you.
Together, let's drive.
You know what your customers are doing right this second? The exact same thing you are, listening to me. Which, let's be honest, is kind of flattering. But my point is, ads on iHeartRadio actually get heard. In the car, at the gym, on the couch, while people are walking their dogs. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. That's right. You're a good boy. So why not make the next ad about you? Get started today. Call 844-844-iHeart or go to iHeartAdvertising.com. That's 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
Sip the season. Save a bundle. The fall sale is on at Specs. The fun starts here.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges. At the Bob Woodward Foundation, we invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. Learn more about our work at bobwoodwardfoundation.org/success.
Wake up with Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
Eric Henry of Horns 247. Make sure you follow him at Eric C. Henry _ Coming up at 8:17, we'll have Chris Del Conte, the athletic director for the University of Texas, joining us to talk all things Texas Longhorns at 8:17. Also at the top of the hour, we'll get into our predictions for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget that. Mark, there's a lot going on in Major League Baseball. People are looking for jobs. They're giving out awards. Jacob deGrom was just named Comeback Player of the Year for the Texas Rangers. Big time move for him. He also made the All-Star game, so that was great for him. But now we're getting into the final stages, and let's just say last night's game started off with a bang.
Here he comes, off and going game 5 with a fastball that's hit in the air to deep left field. Call to the track. It's on the first pitch of game 5. Davis Schneider into George Springer's shoes and doing a great impression. How about that? Ready for a first pitch fastball and an ambush to start game 5 with a bang.
That jacket has been super important to the Blue Jays, and ironically, that's the first solo home run in the World Series by the Blue Jays.
First solo home run, but it wasn't the last solo home run.
Punched on the very first pitch, and now Vlad Jr. hooks a ball down the left field line. They've got back-to-back to start game 5. 3 pitches in, 2-0 Toronto.
Wow. You wonder when two heavyweights are going at each other, who is going to deliver the first blow? Well, they were ready to hit the fastball. You felt like Snell was going to establish his fastball tonight. I don't know if that's ever happened in his career where the first 2 hitters have hit home runs.
Well, the first 2 hitters of the game hit home runs, and that was the deciding factor because of the fact that the final score was 6-1. Toronto Blue Jays will now take the lead. But it wasn't just about their hitting. It was a lot to do with their pitching. A young superstar has been born, and he did it against one of the best hitting teams in baseball.
Savage homer to 0-2, and he strikes. 8th pitch to his boy is swung on and missed. Looks like. And he's used it. Storage unit. Swing. Really good so far. He strikes out Muncy. 2 to Ohtani. Yes, swung on and there it is. That is 8. High clip in the postseason. Swing and a miss for 2. Ball chases what would have been ball 4. Do things you normally don't. A swing and a miss. 1-2 to Freeman. There's a dozen for Trey Savage. Well, what this shows me is
the rookie pitcher struck out 12. Trey Savage, who is his story is very unique in the fact that he was in rookie ball and made his way all the way up to the big leagues in this season. And the other part that makes it so unique, he's had 5 or 6 major league starts. He started against the Rays on September the 15th. He started against the Royals on the 21st. He started against the Rays again on the 27th. But then he pitched against the Yankees, the Mariners, and now he's beating the Dodgers. And this young man has made more starts in the big leagues and the postseason than he did in AAA.
Unbelievable. And it's funny. I heard a story about him. Like everybody was going to dinner, and not celebrate, but just debrief. And they were like, "Hey man, like you coming?" And he's like, "No, I got homework," because he didn't think that he would be playing. He thought that he had taking a full schedule of classes. So he's in school right now. So he had to go back and get ready.
Unbelievable.
Like, kids doing homework, man.
This young man has made some strides, and he's doing some things that a lot of people in baseball have never had the opportunity to do. And he's doing it on the biggest stage against a team like the Dodgers. When you're facing Shohei Ohtani, you're facing Mookie Betts, you're facing Freddie Freeman, guys that's got some skins on the wall, and being able to handle the pressure like nothing.
And you hear his interview last night after the game, and he's very glib and colorful and confident in himself. And I guess you would have to be able to go to the plate like that.
Yeah, this is something that I continue to look at and be very, very impressed with. And being around the game and being able to talk to some real ballers about this, it's interesting in the fact that what you look at when you see these types of games and you see these types of strides being made, it's impressive. But the humility in which that young man works with is one of the things that's going to keep him in this game for a very long time. And they can't take anything away from him at this point.
No, he's a made man. I mean, you go into a game, just say that was the only game that he played, which it wasn't.
Right.
He did something that nobody's done before. And I always use that as a qualifier. When you do something that nobody else has done, they have no record of it ever being done, you're in different air than everybody else.
He's definitely in a spot to where a lot of people are looking at the meteoric rise and seeing that if you're even keeled the entire way, you can handle being a pitcher in the World Series for a team that just brought you up right before a September call-up. You've earned that.
Yeah, they had to see something special to make that call because, playoff roster, let alone World Series, that guy's got to be special.
Yeah. My question is this. Does he get this opportunity if they don't go 18 innings?
No, he was going to be in the rotation. This is his normal start time. So he was going to be the one that was ready to go. But it's just amazing to me that when you get these moments, because it just shows you the difference. These don't happen every day. This moment that he has, there's a lot of guys that have not had a chance to play and pitch in the World Series, and his all happened in 1 year. Like, he was in rookie ball and made his way all the way up to the big leagues and had a dominant 12 strikeout, 0 walk performance. Yeah, that's big time.
Yeah, that's big time.
Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 is just around the corner. Predictions are on the way. Entertainment purposes only. And don't forget, Chris Del Conte, athletic director for the University of Texas, joins us at 8:17 right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. Hardge here. Autumn nights in Texas call for big plays and even bigger savings at Covert Chevy in Hutto. Take $12,000 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 RST, or grab $10,000 off MSRP on a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Custom. No haunted gimmicks, just bold trucks, big savings, and a Texas family tradition. That's Covert Chevy in Hutto, right off of 79 in Hutto, Texas. CovertChevyHutto.com. Together, let's drive.
Make money predicting football? Now you can in Texas with Kalshi. Kalshi is the only platform that lets you legally trade on real-world events in all 50 states. From football to Bitcoin, the Oscars, and even politics, if it matters, you can trade on it. Trade on who wins each game, player yards, victory margin, and more. Now in Texas, don't miss your shot. Download the Kalshi app or go to KALSHI.com. Use code RADIO and get $10 when you trade 100. Disclaimer. This is an investment that carries risk. Kalshi.com.
Your Valpak Blue envelope of savings is arriving in the mailbox. Inside, you'll find coupons to dine, shop, and save local. This month, keep an eye out for special offers from A1 Garage Door, the name you can trust for repairs, service, and garage door replacements. And remember, savings don't stop at the mailbox. Visit Valpak.com anytime for instant access to local coupons and deals you'll love. Valpak and A1 Garage Door, opening doors to savings at home.
Thomas J. Henry is a proud radio broadcast sponsor of the University of Texas Sports. If you were seriously hurt in an accident, it's important to act fast. Call Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio and Austin, Texas.
This sandwich, it's a complete game changer. Hello, this is Mike, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club is that juicy chicken with that toasty pretzel bun. That bun, it's crispy, cozy, just amazing. With the pretzel bun, the Dijon mustard, and the chicken, it makes that sweet, savory kind of combination. It's everything that you love about food rolled into one. It looks phenomenal. It tastes great. It's delicious.
Order the Pretzel Cheddar Club with cherry berry and Sprite for a limited time on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 25 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shields Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 or in Mississippi.
Hi, it's Sandy, and if you're thinking about getting a new car, information is power. So here is some information that can help you. You know, there's talk of tariffs pushing used car prices up. A lot of manufacturers are holding steady or even lowering prices on new vehicles for now. It's a unique situation. It means you could get a great price on a new car and potentially more value for your trade-in. Now, how long this buyer market lasts or where to save the most money really depends on who you talk to and who you trust. Apple Leasing has thousands of active clients on the road right now, and many of them are repeat or were referred customers. You can trust our experts to help you navigate this time and make the best decision for your family. With no money down and lower payments with the Easy Lease, calling now could save you thousands. Call 512-346-9977 or visit online at appleleasing.com. Apple Leasing, the name you trust in Austin.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Live radio, 24/7 news, live sports,
and your favorite podcasts.
A pure connection to what moves you.
The best part, it's all free.
Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone. The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball Hardge, world's strongest man and WWE Hall of Famer, the Mark Henry. And of course, we've got our guy Marcus on the boards. In hour number 1, we got a chance to hear from Coach Sark talking about the big-time matchup this weekend as number 9 Vanderbilt comes into town to DKR to take on the number 20 or 19th ranked Texas Longhorns. 11 a.m. kick. We will be on Bevo Boulevard. Hook'em Hangout right there in front of Big Bertha as Texas Longhorn Game Day kicks off at 8 a.m. with myself, Mark Henry, and of course Cam Parker leading the way, leading you up to that broadcast. We also got a chance to hear from Coach Clark Lee of Vanderbilt as he talked about Arch Manning and Matthew Caldwell and Eric Henry of Horns 247. Coming up in the next segment, we will have Texas Athletic Director Chris Del Conte joining us to talk all things Texas Longhorns. And, of course, we got to ask him a couple questions that he probably is going to be prepared for. You know, he's always prepared. That dude just does what he does.
He's over-prepared.
Yeah, so we'll get a chance to talk to him coming up in a few moments. But right now, you know what time it is. For entertainment purposes only, folks. It's the picks from the crew. Marcus, take it away.
We starting with college, right?
You're going college every time.
All right, I'm going Air Force 1.5 over Army. Let's have a military game. Let's see what's going to happen.
Okay, Air Force -1.5 over Army. Mark Henry?
I'm going Tennessee, OU. And I'm going OU.
OU +3.
Vint Venables is going to have to show him. This is one of those show-up moments.
Right. Well, tonight there's a game. Tulane will be taking on UTSA. UTSA has been in turmoil. I just don't see what's going on down there at UTSA, but I have been watching Tulane. So, Abby, this one's for you. I am taking Tulane -5.5. My next pick will be the Arkansas Razorbacks. Yes, I know Arkansas has underperformed, and Texas will be taking on Arkansas in a couple of weeks. But I like what I saw last week. Taylor Green is going to make something happen. They're a 4.5-point favorite over Mississippi State. Mississippi State can't rebound after giving up all them points in the second half. They're not going to be able to handle it. I'm taking Arkansas -4. Mark Henry.
I'm going Ole Miss in South Carolina. Guys, I just can't see Ole Miss running the table like they have been. I mean, they lost one game early, but South Carolina, they got to stand up. And this is the game to do it, especially when the coach is talking trash.
So you taking South Carolina
I'm
plus
taking
12.5. Plus 12.5. Large number, but I think you got this. Marcus?
In the world's largest outdoor cocktail party, I'm taking Georgia -7 versus Florida.
Georgia -7 versus
that's the cocktail
Florida.
party
That's
game.
right. That's right. Marcus, continue with your final college pick of the week.
We're going to stay in the state of Georgia. I'm taking Georgia Tech over NC State.
Georgia Tech over NC State.
It's -5.5.
-5.5. Mark Henry.
Well, last and certainly not least, I'm taking Texas over Vanderbilt. And
it's -2.5. So you're good.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wish it was even.
Yeah.
Because I just think it's like Eric's saying. It's going to be a close game.
Yep.
Like, who gets the ball last is going to win.
Texas -2.5. My final pick, I'm going out to Vegas. Since all them players want to be out there gambling, I'm gambling with them. I'm rolling with UNLV -3.5 over New Mexico. So the college picks, I took Tulane -5.5, Arkansas -4.5, UCLA -3.5. Mark Henry took Oklahoma +3, University of Texas -2.5, and South Carolina +12.5. Marcus took Air Force -1.5, Georgia -7.5, and Georgia Tech -5.5. Now we go to the NFL. Mark Henry, take it away.
All right. Lamar Jackson is back.
Thursday night football on Prime Video. I'm going the Ravens over the Dolphins in the toilet bowl. -7.5 is the spread. He took the Ravens -7.5. Marcus.
I'm taking the Steelers +3 versus the Colts.
I like it. I like it because I am doing the same thing. I am taking Pittsburgh +3. We talked a lot about Indy and how cool their story is. Yeah. It's over. It's over.
We'll see.
Yeah. Marcus, your next pick.
I'm taking the Chiefs -1.5 versus the Bills.
Chiefs -1.5 versus the Bills. Mark Henry.
I am taking the Bears over the Bengals. Oh, my.
Oh, my. You know, you could have just went with the same pick as Marcus and stayed right there at that game with the Chiefs.
That's my feature game.
Oh, okay, your feature game. I am taking the Broncos, even though I do not like Sean Payton. I'm taking him against the Texans.
Holding grudges.
Yeah, plus 1.5.
You the one told me, don't pick with your heart.
I didn't. I picked with the anger. I'm taking the Broncos plus 1.5 to cover versus the Texans. And my final NFL pick will be the Washington Commanders versus the Seahawks plus 3. The Commanders plus 3. Marcus.
Well, the way my NFL picks has went the last 3 weeks, Mark might get a dub here because I'm taking the Bengals over the Bears plus the 3.
There you go. And Mark Henry, your feature game.
My feature game is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. And I'm going all Chiefs.
Chiefs are a 1.5-point favorite. So NFL, Marcus and I took Pittsburgh. I took the Broncos and the Commanders. Marcus took Pittsburgh, the Chiefs, and the Bengals. Mark Henry took the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Bears. Those are our picks. They will be posted here shortly. And just remember, folks, it's for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, there's no fact to my pick, and all you gotta look at my record. I normally wouldn't poke fun at myself like this, but yeah, I've been bad.
Yeah, we all have been bad. But you know what? That's the beauty of playing this game for, guess what? Fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. Entertainment purposes.
I've been hiding colleges, but NFL, oh my God.
Yeah, if Marcus could just pick college games, he'd be running away with this thing because he does get those obscure games and he finds a way to get it done. Last week, he took Rice, and that happened. Last week, he took Vandy and Mississippi State. Those both happened. They both covered. So it is an interesting way that we go about our picks. Speaking of our picks and Thursday Night Football, I will be out at Star Bar tonight with the Bud Light crew, AM 1300, the Zone crew. We will all be at the Star Bar tonight watching the NFL action. Come out and enjoy some beer with me and watch a little bit of football as well. Also, tonight is Trunk or Treat over at the great folks over at Covert, Ford, and Hutto. Make sure you get out there, take the kiddos out there. It's Halloween. I didn't even realize that Halloween is going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Trick-or-treating?
Am I?
Yeah.
No.
Are you giving out candy?
I'm scary enough. I dress up, I'm getting shot. People already think I'm a Sasquatch. I don't need to dress up.
Wait, what?
Oh, that's the real. That's how it's gonna go. No, thank you.
You got too much going on, dog. That is hilarious to me. I already look like a Sasquatch. I can't believe that.
I'm not touching that one.
Easy now, Marcus.
I said I'm not touching it, man.
Yeah, don't. You all right? You going too far. Okay, a predator.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. We it's on a Friday night. Trick or treat.
Football is going on.
High school football is going on.
It's a lot happening.
Yeah. But kids gonna trick or treat though.
Listen, kids for candy.
Oh yeah.
They'll say, well let's just do it tomorrow. We can do it for 2 days.
I mean, they're gonna try to do it tonight.
They definitely gonna
because
do it
it's
tonight.
trunk or treat tonight. A lot of schools are doing their trunk or treat right now. As I said, Covert, Ford, and Hutto will be doing their trunk or treat where you can come in. They've already got everything set up too.
Man.
Yeah. I'm not fond of those
I got two. Give me 2 candies, 1 hard candy and 1 chocolate. When you go, well,
I'm handing out candy.
You're handing it out, but you're gonna eat some too.
Oh yeah.
I've
already tried to figure out
which one.
I'm trying to figure out that I'm not giving that out all of the candy today.
Well, I'm Annihilators and Butterfinger.
Those are your
those are my two. Like if my daughter come back with a bag of candy, just know I'm going through it.
That's that dad tax.
Yep, you got
the
that's
dad
right.
tax.
That's
I
right.
gotta get all the annihilators.
Speaking of a dad, let's find out if he's dressed up today because he's always looking sharp, and that is our guy, Chris Del Conte, will be joining us to talk all things Texas Longhorns. You don't want to miss it. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to Coach Sark's weekly press conference live every Monday at 11 a.m.
We got to go enjoy this journey. We need to be present and then ultimately finish the mission.
Hear Coach Sark recap the prior week's games and get you ready for the Horns' next opponent.
Culture beats talent. Culture is really strong. Culture and talent together is a pretty powerful force, and that's something that we've tried to create.
Every question, every answer, every Monday, right here on your home for the Longhorns. 1300 The Zone.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, Bills. That's Bills. Enter it now.
AM 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
The right lane is blocked off by a crash going southbound on Mopac at William Cannon Drive. There's also an accident on the service road of Highway 71 westbound after FM 973 and a 15-minute out of your drive through rush hour traffic on I-35 northbound. You're slow from Onion Creek Parkway up to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive Insurance, they offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options to cover your small business needs and more. Visit Progressive.com today. Again, that's Progressive.com.
You know who those backyard analysts are? We all have that one friend that turns into a Hall of Fame coach as soon as the TV goes on. Breakdown, schemes, and couldn't even make that throw. Sure, coach, just pass the Bud Light and enjoy the show because everybody has that one friend that knows it all. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Austin FC fans, it's playoff time. The Verde and Black are back at Q2 Stadium on Sunday, November 2nd at 7:30 p.m. for Game 2 in the Round 1 best-of-3 series against LAFC. The Verde lights are bright and our heart beats louder. Be there when Austin turns it all the way up. Get there early for pre-match festivities in Live Oak Park, featuring live music, drink specials, and more. Don't miss the biggest party in town. Go to SeatGeek.com and grab your tickets now.
The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Crafted with our signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
Fall into savings at Group 1 Ford of South Austin. Nothing says autumn like hitting the trails in a rugged Ford Explorer or cruising around Austin in a new Mustang. Now you can lease a new Ford Mustang or new Ford Explorer. Your choice, just $399 a month for 36 months and $0 down. Group 1 Ford of South Austin has transparent pricing and no dealer add-ons. Visit us online at group1fordoftsouthaustin.com. Mustang example MSRP of $33,915 to $399 a month. Explorer example MSRP of $42,145 to $399 a month. First payment to signing. Lease 36 months, 10,500 miles per year. See dealer for full details. Ends 10/31/25.
If you need up to $5,000, go to WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com is the name you can trust. It's free to use, available 24/7, and you're never required to accept any loan offer. Some lenders offer same-day funding. If you need up to $5,000, type WeFixMoney.com directly into your browser. WeFixMoney.com has been helping customers for 15 years and has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. So if you need cash for credit card bills, car repairs, child care, or anything else, go to WeFixMoney.com. Make sure you type WeFixMoney.com directly in your browser. Go to the company you trust. WeFixMoney.com. Just fill in the information and get an answer in minutes at WeFixMoney.com. So if you need cash for up to $5,000, go to WeFixMoney.com. That's WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com.
Out here, we love a great deal, like the ones you'll find right now.
at Tractor Supply's early Black Friday sale. Save on great gifts for the whole family, even your pets. You'll beat the crowds, but you won't beat the prices. So come on out for the early Black Friday sale, now through November 2nd. Get the season's best deals on gifts you won't find anywhere else at Tractor Supply, where you'll find everything for your holidays out here.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. We don't know how long we're going to have him, so we're going right into it. He is the University of Texas Vice President and the Lois and Richard Fogler Athletic Director. He is the one, the only Chris Del Conte, but you go and call him CDC. Good morning, my friend. How you doing?
Good morning, fellas.
I'm excited to have you on, man, because I know that it has been a busy time for you. We were talking about it earlier, being away from the University of Texas with the football team for 42 days and now finally getting an opportunity to be back home at DKR. I know that excites you to be able to see the fans back at home.
Yeah, who's that AD that scheduled that schedule, huh? 42 days? Oh, Henry must have done that.
No, you know me. I'm all about that life. I want Austin to always be kicking it.
Yeah. You know, when that schedule came out, you're thinking, okay, 42 days. And, the problem was is the OU game was scheduled as our home game this year. So when you laid out the schedule, that was considered a home game. So that stretch of being away from Austin, it was brutal. Proud of our guys, though, to come across that stretch the way they did. Just it was tough.
And I saw that you made the trip I know you make the trip to all the games, but being able to go to Mississippi State, to Starkville, how's your ears right now after being over there with all them cowbells?
What's interesting about just in general, this year with the road trips that we've had, going to Florida, what an incredible environment. The game we didn't go the way we wanted to go, but incredible environment, a great SEC town. Kentucky, what an incredible place they were. And then you got Mississippi State. Each and everyone have their own culture, their own identities, and it was awesome for our fans to see that. And Mississippi State was this old, true Southern SEC team. Their pomp, their circumstance, their culture, and to be down like we were down. I looked up the scoreboard; it was 38-21 at about the 9:34 mark, and to have a comeback like we did, it was awesome. Happy for the kids, but that's a hectic environment. And by the way, it was their homecoming game, and it was Kentucky's homecoming game. I'm like, hey guys, we know we're Texas, but I mean, come on now, let's quit.
You talk about stacking the deck against you.
Yeah, I mean, everyone, their mother was there for both games. I was like, okay, you guys are ridiculous.
CDC, I just want to let you know that Hardge and I are not stalking you. We're going to go back to our trip to Dallas. We're driving around, and Hardge goes, man, that looks like CDC. And I said, because it is. And he said, what? Wait. And we stopped, and, hey, we had a moment.
That's right.
Good time.
Well, that's pretty funny. I snuck away to take the OU AD to a secret breakfast place. I'm going to say secret. There's going to be no one there, and we're just going to be, it's his last Red River game as the athletic director. Just go down and just show appreciation for him and his wife. They've been dear friends. And then here's you two yardbirds blaring the horn, roaring by it. I'm like, oh, hell no.
and Hardge laid on the horn.
Yeah, I mean, you two yardbirds are blaring on the horn. And then he goes, oh, I thought this was a secret spot. I go, not really.
Not now.
Not anymore.
So did you break out your winter wear yet? Because it was 46 degrees this morning.
I did not, because at the end of the day, I looked, it's going to be like 85. So that was very close. It's the closet's now going to go from the warm summer stuff to the fall stuff. By the way, it's what is this today? Late October, Halloween, and we're finally getting fall. It's ridiculous.
Right.
It's
and
awesome.
that's what everybody keeps talking about is being back at home and the weather changing. But more importantly, this football team has gone through some adversity. They've dealt with some injuries. But now they continue to find a way to get it done. And Coach Sark always talks about the leadership and the culture of this program. And that's some of the things that you've talked about, too, because of your coaching hires, the way that your staffs handle their business. It's all about the culture at the University of Texas.
Well, it's interesting, and both of you guys know this, Mark and Mike. Every team takes on a different personality that comes, and this is not an excuse. And by the way, we've lost 25 guys that went to the NFL, made NFL rosters in the last 2 years. They didn't just say they're on rosters. So you're looking at that depth you lost. You're replacing young people. The expectations of Texas are not for the Thibodeau of the week. It's awesome. And every team is going to take on a different personality moving forward. And, you look at Sunday's defense. Boy, our defense was been playing unbelievable. Then you look at our offense comes in against Mississippi State in that last quarter. But everything, what I love about there's no quit. They fight their tail off to the very end. They're battling. They're galvanizing. It's awesome to see what they're doing. And the personality of this team is we're really young. We're the youngest team in college football right now. We went from being a very older team to a very, very young team. The team we're playing on Saturday is the oldest team in college football. So when you're young, you're going to have young mistakes. It's great, guys. You guys will love this. We're playing Georgia. We're playing Florida, and we jump off sides a couple times. This kid comes off, and he's one of our offensive linemen. He looks at me, and goes, "See, it's super loud out there." And I start laughing. I go, "Dude, this is a 17-year-old kid." And he goes, "It's super loud out there." I just chuckled to myself like, "My man, I get it." But you forget because he's the size of Henry. You know what I mean? He's a giant.
Right.
And you're thinking he's going to be great. He goes, "Oh, it's super loud." In my mind, I just chuckle going, I love that because it's just maturation right before our eyes.
Right.
CDC, my next question I wrote down was, how do you feel about the veteran teams like Vandy? They have like 25 and 26-year-old men out there playing against these 17, 18-year-old, 20 kids. Like, there's just a certain level of maturity. How do you feel about those teams?
And I look at it, when you think we went through COVID, everyone got that COVID year. And then we're right in the middle of all the lawsuits that came up for name, image, and likeness. And then the next one was eligibility. We don't really have any guardrails right now put in place. I mean, when they talk about the SCORE Act, they talk about Congress, we're just asking them to give us a narrow antitrust exemption so we can just govern ourselves. There's 39 different state laws right now in college athletics, 39. We don't have a federal law that says this is what college athletics is. It's for the opportunity for 18 to 22-year-old kids. It's come to college to get a degree, to go on and become productive citizens. Only 2% of our kids go pro. But what happens is everyone's filing an injunction. Everyone's filing a lawsuit to try to get eligibility or opportunity. And I don't mind that. But what happens is when you have 39 different state laws, who's governing us? Right? Texas has a different law than Missouri. Missouri has a different law than Florida. California has a different law. So when you start to look at, we don't have an ability to govern ourselves right now. So these older teams are finding ways to get another year of eligibility, challenging one set of rules to come and have an opportunity. And I don't begrudge those young kids for that opportunity. What I do begrudge is that we don't have a law to enforce what we have on the books.
You're a solutions guy. What would be the solution?
Well, I mean, currently right now, there's the SCORE Act, which is a bill that's put in Congress right now to put us a narrow antitrust exemption to say, you know what, this is a law for college athletics. And we have name, image, and likeness, and this is how you're going to enforce name, image, and likeness. Here's how you're going to enforce publicity rights. And here's the rules that we have in engagement for sport. But when you don't have that ability to do that right now, you're walking through the wilderness in a very strange way. And that's the problem with what we're facing right now. And then you have media, then you have all these other people that are now involved in our business, and the media does an amazing job, but I mean, they're just reporting on what's taking place. And when you start to look at where the landscape is moved to, it's just the wild, wild west. And Congress, I mean, we're on a lockout right now. Is it day 30? So you're asking them to come into a solution when they're not going to be able to do that, and we got to be able to do it ourselves. But the lowest common denominator, opportunity always wins, and that's the nefarious nature of humanity.
We're talking to the athletic director of the University of Texas, Chris Del Conte. Chris, I wanted to ask you this because, I saw that Greg Sankey, the commissioner of the SEC, is asking for Congress to pretty much take back the ability of college athletics or college students, athletes to be able to bet on pro sports. And as soon as it came out, I was like, that is the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard, for the kids to be able to do that. What were your thoughts when you first heard that this was coming down the pike?
I was blown away. They didn't even ask us. I didn't even know about it. I couldn't even say, this is the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard. And that comes out, and then two or three days later, you find out what's going on within the NBA. What are we doing? It makes no sense. You got 18 and 22-year-old kids. You got young people on campus. You're trying to say, wait a minute. Betting on sports is not what we do. We have a geofence around all of our facilities. You place a bet, my phone rings, bang, your happy ass is in my office in 2 seconds, and we're like, what are you doing? You saw what happened at Iowa State a couple years ago when 17 kids were dismissed from the program. We will not allow that at the University of Texas. It should not be allowed in college athletics. Once you start allowing betting in the sport, you have nefarious behavior that takes place. How many times have we seen fixing of games? You had that notorious case at Arizona State in the late 80s. Tulane way back in the day. You had the guy that was in the Northeast doing these things. Then you see what's happening in the NBA right now in this investigation. It is just criminal activity will seek the weakest link to expose it. Why are we allowing that to be exposed right now? Makes no sense to me. Commissioner Sankey put a strong letter out. We all endorse no gaming, but I just couldn't believe that they went ahead and passed this without even asking us.
No doubt. It is absolutely ridiculous. But getting back to the University of Texas, a lot going on the 40 acres. You got the Beach Boys coming in this weekend. I know that makes you happy. But what are some of the other things that are happening starting, not tomorrow, but Saturday morning, early Saturday morning?
Well, Mikey, it's not. I mean, I like the Beach Boys, but I'm not exactly just down with the Beach. If it was CCR, I'd be like, yeah, buddy. You know what I mean? Let's just be. By the way, Kentucky was playing the Beastie Boys during halftime with one of their dances. I look over to the referee right in the middle of the game. I go, it was right in the middle of the game. I go, these fans doesn't know who the Beastie Boys are. The ref just starts laughing. Goes, you're ridiculous. Ran off the other way. I mean, what's crazy too is we were on a 42-game road game, and they come back and give us an 11 o'clock game. I'm like, really?
Right.
We get a night game? I mean, hot dang. So welcome to the SEC. I think coming back home this week, especially the game with Vandy, who has 7-1, they have a lot to play for. We have a lot to play for. It's going to be exciting. Everything all our goals are in front of us. All of our goals are in front of us, and that's what's exciting for us. You're sitting at 6-2. We have a great game this weekend, and we just got to singularly focus on this game. And it's Halloween, so I hope our students have a hell of a time tonight and tomorrow night, because when Halloween is usually not one night, it's about a 3-day bender. I just get into the game, just costume and all, ready to roll, and get our fans there fired up. But then having the Beach Boys afterwards, it's gonna be an exciting weekend.
CDC, I asked Hardge just a minute ago if there was any character and you had unlimited funds, who would you want to dress up as? Hardge said he would be the vampire in Brooklyn. I said that I would be one of the predators. What would you be? What would you dress up as?
First of all, that's hilarious. The vampire in Brooklyn and the
like that, right? You like that?
Y'all lost your dang mind.
That's why you like us.
I mean, that's way too much time on your hand. If you had all the money in the world and you could dress up as a character,
Yep.
Listen here, fellas. You guys got to get a day job. You got way too much time. You got too much time on your hands. I'd have to think about that. You know?
Hey, man, I'm busy. I don't have time to dress up.
Yeah, dress up like the Predator and the Vampire in Brooklyn. Y'all crazy.
That's his way of not giving us an answer.
Because he don't know what he wants to be.
You can't think of that answer on the spot because then that answer lives forever. But I have to actually think about it because these two fellas came out with actually some two quality sentences right there, you know?
We try to make sure that we get it to happen, man.
Yeah, that took you boys like 48 hours to come up with that answer.
Well, as always, man, we appreciate you taking the time. I know you're busy, and we just wanted to make sure that we got a chance to talk to you one more time. We both have been taking the human product. Just FYI, Super Beats. I know that you're big into that. Now that you have that endorsement, you were taking it long before they were part of the program, but we continue to rock them every single day, and we love the product as well.
Well, it's interesting. I love the fact that the University of Texas scientists came up and found that. And you think about they unlocked the molecular enzyme in your body that looked for human health, and you think the guy won a Nobel Prize for that. Happened right here on the 40. Happened right here on our in the Texas system. That's the validation of why you come to school. You come to school to get a degree to change the world, and these two professors did that. And really happy for them, happy for us. I'm glad you're taking the product, but more importantly, you fellas, you need to hit the gym. You know what I mean? Like a little cardio. You know what I mean? You two fellas. I mean, come on now. You guys push back. You can take all that product, but push back on a little bit. Proportionality there, Henry.
I'm down 116 pounds. What do you want me to do? Cut off a leg?
Well, let's start out where the other 116 was. I mean, hot damn. If you're $160 down 160 pounds.
Listen, I'm not going to stop eating brisket. I'm not.
Fellas, Penzic, whatever that stuff is. There's proportionality. You know what I mean?
We can't deal with you, man. We appreciate you as always. And next time I see you,
down 116 pounds. I love that.
He's been working, Coach.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a big old hug like I give Hardge hugs.
No.
Now you're on the hug list.
Run. I'm telling you, you were a track star. Keep running from him.
I understand the concept. You guys be great.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. As always. There he is, the athletic director for the University of Texas, CDC. All he does is cut us down,
man. He told you need to get in the gym.
No, he was talking to you.
No, he was talking to you because I already go.
No, he was talking to you.
I invite you to come with me.
He said Henry.
No, he said
you
Sasquatch.
Guys. He said Sasquatch.
He said that.
Coming up next, we got the world's strongest take from the world's strongest men right here on Sports Radio AM 1300. The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
An update for the accident on Mopac southbound at William Cannon Drive. It's moved out of the main lanes and now blocks off the left shoulder. On Southwest Parkway, watch out for a wreck near Mopac. And looking onto the service road of Highway 71 westbound, still have an accident being worked on after FM 973. First responders are on the scene. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive Insurance, they offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options to cover your small business needs and more. Visit Progressive.com today. Again, that's Progressive.com.
Mark Henry here. Did you know that since 1936, Shipley's Donuts has been a Texas tradition? And now Dripping Spring is waking them up. They serve fresh, hot-baked donuts, kolaches, and hot coffee. Get out to 13341 West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs. They open bright at 5 a.m. Grab you a dozen. Okay, grab 2 dozen, but I suggest more than one at least. Shipley's Donut. You can order them online at shipleysdonuts.com or on the Shipley's app. Start happy, stay happy. Shipley's Donuts, West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs.
Huddle up. Specs is unleashing a savings blitz just in time for kickoff. With ice-cold canned cocktails, bold bourbons, and touchdown-worthy snacks. Specs is stacking your team with an unbeatable selection and lower prices. Fill the cart, pile on the snacks, and hydrate like a champion. Your winning drive starts at Specs. Down, set, save. Specs. The fun starts here.
This is The Kid with Audiovisual Consultations.
And I'm Tom McKay, owner of Audiovisual Consultations.
And we wanted to prepare you for another incredible season of sports. Football is upon us.
And hockey season is upon us too.
And everyone here at ABC wants to make you feel like the real winner, even if your team doesn't make it to the playoffs.
Well, I know you're not talking about the Stars, so you must be talking about your Bruins. You're going down this year, kid. It's numbers game. Just check the stats.
Well, why not check ours? ABC has been servicing homes and businesses with surveillance, sound, and visual setups for almost 40 years, and we've never come in second place.
That's right, kid.
If you want to ensure a win this season, call Audiovisual Consultations. We've got a roster of cool stuff, and we're ready to play.
Just give us a call at 512-255-8678. That's 512-255-8678.
Even if your team doesn't take home the cup this season, remember to hug your kids, laugh with strangers, and make love to whoever the hell you want. That's 512-255-8678.
Whatever your vision for holiday decorating, the Home Depot has what you need to bring it to life. Like our warm white holiday lights with steady lit technology, so your lights stay glowing even if one bulb fails. Whether you're going for a soft, warm glow or a colorful display of holiday cheer, choose from our wide variety of holiday lights starting at $5 in store only. Find everything you need to get your holidays started with the Home Depot.
Don't let your property tax bill surprise you. Set yourself up for massive savings next year with Ownwell. Their local tax experts work on your behalf to help you keep more of your hard-earned money. Make sure you're only paying what's fair with Ownwell. Sign up in under 3 minutes at ownwell.com/ownaustin. Ownwell's local tax experts specializing in property tax protests in counties like Travis and Williamson can protest your county tax assessment and determine your eligibility for exemptions. Plus, Ownwell will manage the end-to-end process of property tax reduction. Put property tax money back in your pocket in just minutes and only pay if you save. 86% of Ownwell's customers receive reductions, and last year more than 30,000 Austin homeowners switched to Ownwell. Ownwell is trusted by hundreds of thousands with over 90,000 Austin properties represented and glowing 5-star reviews. Stop overpaying and start saving with Ownwell. Sign up in 3 minutes at ownwell.com/ownaustin. That's OWNWELL.com/ownaustin.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
For your Austin area weather, sunny skies for your Thursday, a high of 73. Clear tonight, a low down to 44. Friday, sunny skies, a high in the upper 70s, a low near 50.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Sports on iHeartRadio.
Shohei Ohtani, the stuff of legend.
Baseball, the start of the NBA season, huge college football rivalries, and of course, the NFL.
Touchdown, Denver! Holy mackerel!
Don't miss a second of the greatest reality show on the planet. Sports, play-by-play, podcasts, and local stations where you can join the conversation with real people.
How is he still our coach?
Open the free iHeart app and search your favorite league to start listening.
Longhorns baseball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Special thanks to our guy CDC for a great interview. Because of the length of the interview, this is going to be a really short World's Strongest Take. Take it away, big fella.
Hard.
Yes, sir.
You know what time it is?
What's up?
It's time for the World's Strongest Take. The World's Strongest. I guess back then they didn't know. But now they're all on me. Ladies and gentlemen, Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry told reporters that Scott Woodard, the athletic director, would not be picking the head coach. This is when politics takes over college sports. And we're going to talk about this more at length, but my take is I do not like when politics takes over sport, even though sometimes you need mandates, but it should be self-contained. So let's talk about it when we come back.
All right, we're going to close out the show, send you to Dan Patrick, but we will definitely have a hot conversation about this and what was going on in Louisiana yesterday, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football. We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football. The Longhorn Radio Network from Learfield.
This Saturday, the Longhorns return home to take on Vanderbilt. Our coverage begins at 10 a.m.
An update for the accident on Mopac southbound at William Cannon Drive. It's moved out of the main lanes and now blocks off the left shoulder. On Southwest Parkway, watch out for a wreck near Mopac. And looking onto the service road of Highway 71 westbound, still have an accident being worked on after FM 973. First responders are on the scene. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance says if you're a renter, make sure you're protected. Renter's insurance includes options that cover stolen property, personal injury, and living expenses if your place is damaged. Get a quote for renter's insurance at progressive.com.
Keeping score of your finances but missed the Bitcoin wagon? There's a second chance called Texitcoin. Score big at texitcoin.org.
For the second straight week, the Texas Longhorns won in an overtime thriller, overcoming a 17-point fourth quarter deficit to beat the Mississippi State Bulldogs 45-38. Once again, the Horns were aided by a Ryan Niblett punt return touchdown and a fourth down defensive stand from the Texas defense. Head coach Steve Sarkisian attributed the win to the team culture in the post-game press conference.
You know, I said last week, like once a year you have culture wins, and that was our culture win last week. I think we got a mulligan because tonight was a culture win. Again, I think it just speaks to our culture. Culture wins. You know, we have talented people, but we have a tremendous culture, and it was on full display at the end of the game tonight.
Get in early on the next big coin and extend your lead at texitcoin.com. This is an investment that carries risk. Texitcoin.org.
You know, Hardge, starting my day off the right way is a big deal, and that includes taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beat Heart Chews by Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You probably seen their logo on the field. I know, yeah, Human with 2 N's. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure, nearly 2 times more effective than diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great, they're easy to take, they become part of my daily routine. Super Beat Heart Chews also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now, and it even comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/mark and check it out. That's human.com/mark, spell human with 2 N's, and enter the promo code MARK and check out and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews.
With football season in full swing, the World Series, and basketball season tipping off, there's no better place to get in on the action than BetOnline, your #1 source for all things sports. BetOnline gives you more ways to play, with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action so you never miss a moment. And don't forget the VIP program with exclusive level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. Head to BetOnline today, because at BetOnline, the game starts here.
Looking for top quality permanent fencing for your home or business? Look no further than Viking Fence. With over 50 years of experience in Central Texas, Viking Fence delivers craftsmanship you can trust. Whether you need wood, iron, or a custom solution, Viking has the perfect fence to fit your needs. What sets Viking Fence apart? They source the finest quality Western red cedar lumber direct from the mill, the most durable and attractive fence material available. Plus, they offer 3 grades of fence pickets to meet every budget. So whether you want Viking to install your fence or you're taking on the project yourself, call Viking Fence today. They pride themselves on excellent work, outstanding service, and an honest reputation. Call 512-601-8911 for a free estimate. That's 512-601-8911. Or visit VikingFence.com/radio. That's VikingFence.com/radio for your free estimate today. When you think fence, think Viking.
Game day just got sweeter at Kolache Factory. Our October flavor of the month, pumpkin cream muffin. It's perfect for any sweet tooth and great for sharing with football party trays. Order online or through the Kolache Factory app before it's gone. Kolache Factory, a history of good taste.
Texas weather can be brutal, so why settle for anything less than tough, reliable protection? Mueller delivers premium steel buildings and residential metal roofing, built to handle year-round weather with lasting durability. Whether it's a barn, garage, or your forever home, trust Mueller to design your metal building project with style that stands out. Call Mueller Inc. today or visit MuellerInc.com. Design strong, designed for Texas.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Get the Apple Leasing Advantage today. Visit appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, covering the 40 acres.
Parts of the show, all you got to do is get over to our podcast page because it's always free on the iHeartRadio app. And of course, you can put us down as number one. I want to thank Eric Henry of Orange 247. And of course, we want to thank the athletic director for the University of Texas, CDC, for joining us as well. Before we went to break, we had a conversation about the Louisiana governor stating that they will put together a committee and not let the athletic director, Scott Woodward, make the coaching hires. We talked about it, but here's the conversation.
To foot the bill. So, yeah, I absolutely. Who's that? No. I can tell you right now, Scott Woodward is not selecting the next coach. Hell, I'll let Donald Trump select it before I let him do it. I don't know, but the Board of Supervisors is going to come up with a committee, and they're going to go find us a coach. Hold on. One real quick thing on that. Because here's what y'all reporters need to do. Y'all need to start looking at who represents all these people. Like these agents. You know what's interesting? If I'm not mistaken, Woodard's agent, Kelly's agent, the Texas A&M, they're all the same agent. Like you realize if I would be, I don't know how many sports writers we got here today? Just you. We should have a bunch. Okay? Like this is ridiculous. Lawyers would be disbarred for the way these agents act and the way they're able to represent. In fact, there's no doubt, they may even represent some of the players now. Like it's really time for the NCAA to put on some guardrails in college sports. Because, and it's fine, we don't need the guardrails. If big billionaires want to spend all that kind of money, no problem. But if I got to go find $53 million from Kemp, it's not going to be a pleasant conversation. I'm just telling you.
It's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money.
And when you say a lot of money, let's put it out there. $95 million in go away money. 2 coaches, bye-bye. You don't win, you got to go. But we got to pay this money anyway. And it's not all the university's money. It's taxpayers' money. The people that live in the community in Louisiana are footing the bill for that. And they're tired of it. Like you're trying to sell $1 million luxury boxes at the stadium, and you can't do that if you're not in the 12. If they feel like there's a product that you're putting on the field that can't get you to the games that matter in the SEC, then how do you make money? You're not selling T-shirts. You're not selling pom-poms and hand clappers and all of the stuff in the stadiums. People are not drinking beer. They'll drink beer at home. The liquor sponsors are frustrated. Man, why we don't have that many people here? Winning is essential in the business of football. You have to win. Yep. And there's a lot of the people that love it. They'll pay $50 for a ticket. They'll pay $60. these elite programs, they're not paying $350 for a ticket.
Yeah.
And that's what they want.
And that's the difference, too. You start to understand, and I said this from day one, from the very beginning. It is ridiculous that they're getting paid that much money to go away. Sometimes the programs just need to stay the course. Trust the process. I heard a discussion this morning on the way in, and they were talking about the fact that Dan Campbell was 4-19. 4-19 when he first started with the Detroit Lions. Now look at what he is. Just think if they would have ran him off right after that. Same thing with Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn, they won their first game, but Aaron is trying to clean out some stuff because they got bad ownership. They got bad leadership. So you gonna run him out because he had a tough first year? You don't have the talent. You got to put people in place. You got to let them build the culture,
right,
so to speak. So when you are making these decisions to hire, first off, hire them first. And then the first time things don't go well, you running them out. That's where you're losing. You have to try to stay the course because it is ridiculous when you start to think of how much money is being paid to coaches to go away. I've talked about it. I said it in the very beginning. And I even brought up the question for Scott Woodward. I'm like, Scott Woodward is the athletic director that is signing these contracts with these humongous buyouts. Like that buyout is utterly ridiculous when you sit there.
How do you agree to that?
That's what I'm saying. Well, first off, you don't think you're going to fire them. You would think. Like, that's your process. I'm not firing this guy, so yeah, put it in there. Well, then all of a sudden the natives get restless and they're banging on your door and they're sending you emails and they're golfing with their buddies being laughed at because they're losing to teams that they're not supposed to lose to. And as I said yesterday, the playing field is so different. And let's not forget, at the very beginning of the season, Coach Sark said there will be hardly any undefeated teams that will win the national championship. Now, there are some teams that are undefeated right now, so we'll see how it plays out. But that was part of the conversation at the very beginning because the parity in college athletics are so big. I got a chance to talk to Vic Schaefer yesterday, and Vic Schaefer said the same thing. It's happening all over the place when you're dealing with transfer portal, you're dealing with NIL, you're trying to go win games, you're trying to build chemistry amongst your team and try to keep everybody focused. And it's a difficult task every single year. But you're getting paid the big bucks, so with that, you get high expectations. And if you're not delivering, they're ready to run you out of town. But I still believe that it is difficult as it is to hire and make the right choice. You've got to be more patient with some of these coaches, especially those ones with the buyout. I basically what the governor was saying, there's some collusion going on with all the people
with
that are
with the
involved.
lawyers too.
Right. He was like, man, there's a lot happening over here.
I do disagree with the idea that you should be disbarring the agents because that's what the agents are supposed to do. They're supposed to get that buyout.
Absolutely. The agents are doing their job. It's the people that are hiring that are failing. The people that are ones that are hiring you to come in to do the job.
Just say no, man.
Just say
we can't afford you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If you say that, then it changes the negotiations a little bit as well. But we'll see how
Go
it
ahead
all
and take
plays
that
out.
other job.
Yeah, because you might have to deal with less people because not that many people going to be watching you. I want to thank Eric Henry of Orange 247. I want to thank CDC, the athletic director for the University of Texas, for joining us. If you missed any parts of that, get over to the podcast page. And also want to thank Mark Henry and, of course, Marcus for holding it down. I'm Hardball Hardge. We'll be better tomorrow, folks. Make sure you tune in. Busy day, Football Friday, and enjoy your Halloween weekend because I know it's about to get busy. And just remember this, folks. Don't believe everything you see because even salt looks like sugar. Have a good one. Peace.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter,
Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell and Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce affects every part of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855